Hello everyone. So today I'm going to do a quick little intro on Ayurveda. I made a little PowerPoint. Before we get into that, I want to talk about the 5 different elements. So we have in Ayurveda, Ayurveda, which is an ancient science, focuses on 5 main elements. The first one is ether. So we can also think of that as space. And I love to think of it like the universe and how open and spacious our universe is. So ether was the first one. That is this spaciousness, this openness. And then with that energy, that movement, right? Each one of these is an energy as well. With that energy and movement, we get into air, which is movement, right? Air starts to move and build up, and then it creates fire. Fire grows and expands and flows and turns into water, and water eventually moves as it flows into earth. Okay, so these 5 main elements are divided up into the doshas. So vata, which is the first one, is comprised of ether, space, and air, right? And vata means to move. It is around movement, dryness, dispersing energy, right? Pitta, the second dosha, is comprised of fire and water. And then the last one is kapha, which is comprised of water and earth. Pitta means to burn, to heat, to transform, to metabolize. And kapha is to grow, to sustain, to stabilize, to build. So these are the 3 main doshas and the 5 elements and how they are interconnected. So every single one of us has all 5 elements within us. There are all 5 elements around us, and we also have all 3 doshas within us. And with that, each one of us is unique, and our constitution is going to be unique as well. So what I'm comprised of may be very different than my friends and other people. So for me, I have a lot more vata in my constitution. Second is pitta, and third is kapha. Some people can be tridoshic, so they have an even balance of all 3. But from what I gather from my teachers is that is rare. So often we have 1 or 2 dominant doshas, and then the other ones are there as well. But it's important to know about all 3 of these, because even if my vata, even though I have a vata dominant, I could have an imbalance in kapha. So we could have an imbalance in any of those doshas. Okay, I am going to put on the screen sharing. Here we go. Perfect. This is one of my favorite quotes. I can't talk today. This is one of my favorite quotes. When diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. Ayurveda is the science of life, the art of living in sync with nature. We are not separate from nature, we are nature. What is Ayurveda? So it is daily living in harmony and the rhythms and the laws of nature. Ayur means life and Veda means knowledge or wisdom. So it is the wisdom and the knowledge of life. And our life is interconnected with nature. We are not separate from nature. But often in our busy, fast-paced world, we can become disconnected to nature and to our true selves, our true nature. It is a holistic alternative science from India that is more than 6,000 years old. So some of my teachers say it's 9,000, 10,000. I don't know how old it is. It is very ancient, and it is 6,000 or more old. It is believed to be the oldest healing science in existence. It is based on our intrinsic relationship to the entire universe, to everything in our homes, to the people around us, the animals around us, the nature we live by, the food we eat. It is relationship to the stars above us, the moon, the planets, the soul, every single thing, the entire universe. The aim is to maintain the health of a healthy person or prevent illness and help naturally heal an unhealthy person. So it aims to look at the root cause of dis-ease in the body, and then healing that through natural processes. So that could be herbs, that could be diet, different lifestyle, connecting with nature, pranayama, yoga, meditation, the list goes on, right? Energy work, chakra healing, Reiki, all of these. So it aims at acupuncture, marma, all of these things, natural ways. Health is harmony and balance among the body's three fundamental energies, vata, pitta, and kapha. And when I talk about balance, I don't mean balance like this. So 3 is a really powerful number in Ayurveda as well. When we're in balance, everything is continually moving, right? Nothing is static. There is energy in every cell in my body, in everything around me. Everything has a vibration and an energy. So when I'm in harmony and balance, these fundamental energies, right, along with the gunas, are moving in harmony with each other. So one is not way up here and the other is down here. That is when we can have an imbalance. When, say, my vata is, I have so much excess vata and my kapha is so low, I have an imbalance in my system, and my immunity is probably going to be affected from that. It is the study, practice, and source of all life, love, and truth expressed as a science that provides a way to find and live in harmony and wholeness throughout your life. I also love looking at it as, instead of having a quantity in my life so that I'm living to 100, I want to have quality in my life. Yes, longevity is important, but to me, what's the point of living to 100 years old, to old age, if my quality of life isn't also there? If I cannot do the things that bring me joy and that I love, for me, that's an imbalance. It is an ancient way of interconnectedness, one of my favorite words, interconnected with the body, mind, and spirit, living in sync with the cycles of nature, the seasons, the moon, the solar cycles, our feminine menstrual cycles, daily circadian rhythms, and our own daily habits and cycles, right? Our lifestyle. Our lifestyle is also our life. Because we cannot scrub our inner body, we need to learn a few skills to help cleanse our tissues, organs, and mind. This is the art of Ayurveda, right? Cleaning, clearing, creating space for emotions to be digested, food to be digested, for everything to be digested within the body. The 5 elements. So I already talked a little bit about these, the Mahabhutas, right? The 5 elements. Ether, which is space, is also energy. So if we can look at it through our body. So cleansing our body, Meal spacing, make sure that we're creating enough space when we're eating. So we're not eating too many meals throughout the day, which I used to do, especially when I took my first nutrition degree, all of these small little meals. And I feel 10 times better now that I only eat 2 or 3 times a day. My body is actually fully digesting the food that I am putting into my body. So creating space in the food that you are eating, creating space in your body, creating space in your home. That's the ether element, right? There is vibration in space. Air, movement, change. How do you use your time? Right? What do you spend your time on throughout the day, week, month, year? How are you moving through space, moving through time? What does that look like? Are you in rhythm? Are you in sync? Fire, transformation, passion, vision, planning, organizing, igniting your passion, purpose, desire, your digestion as well, right? All about metabolism, assimilation, digesting of all of the things, our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, our food. Water is about flow, cohesion, integrity, going with the flow, moving through your day, feeling emotions with ease. So water element is very feminine. It's also connected to our emotions. Fire is more heat, so about digesting them. But water is feeling them, allowing them in, letting them move through us with ease. Earth element is form, structure, stability, and then rhythm, our daily routines, right? Staying rooted. How is your morning routine, your night routine? What is your day looking like? So feeling centered, grounded, and rooted, mind, body, spirit, throughout your day. And then you can see how all of these are interconnected. The 3 doshas are made up of 5 elements, governing all the biological, physiological, and psychological functions of the body, mind, and our consciousness. They make up our constitutions, which are unique for every one of us. Our preferences in food, lifestyle, our emotions, our body type, all of these things are different. So typically a vata type will be a little bit more slender, can be really tall or really short. So there's irregularity. Think of how air flows and kind of moves. It's very irregular. All of a sudden the wind will come up and then all of a sudden it's dead, it dies down. And often they're thin in structure and can have very dry skin, maybe kind of curly, dry hair, maybe longer features or irregular features in the teeth or different things like that. And then Pitta is going to have a little bit of a stronger build, often lighter hair, so blonde, maybe gray, white, red, lighter eyes, right? That connected to that light element, fire, stronger, could have piercing eyes, maybe even a pointed nose or a little bit of a pointed chin or a strong jaw. Oh, and Kapha. Kapha can be a little bit more, I would say, voluptuous. So also could be a stronger person, right? Kapha is strength, it is stability to build, but someone with maybe a little bit more curves and like larger, more voluptuous lips. It's also connected to water and lubrication and kind of like this juiciness. So maybe larger eyes, large lashes. I find people with a lot of kapha have like very striking, stunning features. But kapha is to build, so the dosha that is the most prone to being overweight, so like to build and to grow. The wind, vata, right, made of ether and air, principle of movement, transportation. It governs all biological movement in the body. It is our vital life essence, our prana. The fire, pitta, made up of fire and water, is the principle of heating, transformation, and metabolism. Governs digestion, absorption, assimilation, and our body temperature. The earth, Kapha, it is made up of earth and water. The principle of cohesion, structure, stability, and growth. It governs our immunity and lubrication of our cells, body, joints, and skin, even our hair, right? The oils in our hair, oily and juicy. I'm just going to talk about the qualities, but I'm not going to get too much into this. Here we go. So you can see how the three are all interconnected, and in the center is tridosha. So if we're talking about vata, vata is rough, dry, clear, cold, mobile, subtle, and light. So those are the gunas, the qualities that are connected with vata. Pitta is hot, sharp, liquid, light, oily, spreading. You can see that kind of combination of fire and water in there. And then Kapha, which is water and earth, is heavy, slow, cold, oily, liquid, smooth, dense, sticky, cloudy. So that is Kapha. And static, right? It doesn't move as much. It is more stable, static, all of those things. So those are the qualities that are connected with the doshas. Oh, and I have them here too. I thought I didn't include them. So all movement, prana, breathing, our heartbeat. So when our heartbeat, that's movement, right? When our eyes are blinking, that is movement. Also lubrication too, right? Your nerves, our circulation, so how blood is circulating in the body, our elimination. How are you digesting your food? How are you eliminating? Is it regular every day at the same time? Our biological activities. So the primary area is our colon. The secondary areas of the body that vata is located in is circulation in the brain, bones, ears, pelvis, hips, legs, skin, and hair, but primarily in the colon. Balanced, we will feel clear, have clarity, beautiful communication, creative, energy, joy, happiness, freedom, flexible, quickness of body and thought. And generous is there, although generous is more connected to Kapha. However, I also think it's connected to vata, because when we are light and fluid and free and happy and joyful, there's also this like giving quality in there, this generous quality. Physical traits: tall, slim, hard to gain muscle and fat, and irregular, right? Think of that, irregular. So it could be really tall or really short, a little bit slimmer. Imbalanced. So if your vata is balanced, you could have dry, rough skin. Your nails could be cracked and really dry. Your hair could be cracking and split ends, wrinkles, constipation. You could be spacey, forgetful, flighty, disorganized, ungrounded. And then you could also feel stressed, fearful, anxious, depressed, empty, lonely, malnourished, broken bones, right? Your bones can become brittle. And as you age, this also will be affected. Loss of lubrication, arthritis can be connected into there too. There's 80 different disorders and diseases that are associated and connected with vata. It has the most. It can dry you out, which removes your juiciness, your lubrication, your ojas, your immunity, your kapha. Taste to increase to help balance. Vata are sweet, sour, and salty. So ways to help balance vata. Find routine in your day, a morning routine and a nighttime routine. Do it every single day. Take time to plan and organize things. Try not to do too many things. Try not to even have too many things on your plate in a day. Massage your body with oil. Rub, love, touch yourself. Practice gentle yoga movement that is grounding and nourishing. Nourishing pranayama, alternate nostril, nadi shodhana is great for that. Connecting with nature, get outside, take your shoes off, take your socks off, connect into the earth. Eat warm, spicy foods. Snuggle up with warm clothes. Get by the fire. Keep your body warm. Keep your hands and your feet warm. Hot bath. Love this one. Meditating by the fire. I sip hot water throughout my day, and I always love to start and end my day with a hot cup of tea. Eat at scheduled time. So try to have a regular eating routine with proper meal spacing. And then cook everything in one pot, especially for your dinner. If you're gonna eat salads and all that sort of stuff, have it at lunch. Try to have one pot meals at dinner time. And then try to sit in silence every single day, morning and night, if that time works for you. I do 3 times a day for 5 to 10 minutes with no distractions, and just observe. Notice the quality of your thoughts. Notice the pace of your thoughts. Paint, draw, cook, tap into your creative side, whatever that looks like. Dance, I love dancing. So tap into that creative side. Journal, write a book. Pitta is transformation, metabolism, temperature, our color, our pigment, our digestion, absorption, and assimilation of our food and our thoughts. Hot, sharp, liquid, light, oily, and spreading. The area is the lower stomach and small intestines. The upper stomach is for Kapha, the lower stomach is more for Pitta. That's also where our fire of digestion is. Secondary is the whole stomach, liver, spleen, blood, eyes, skin, subcutaneous fat, our muscle, sweat, the gray matter in our brain. Oh, I forgot to delete that. Balance will have willpower, joy, contentment, confident, knowledge, intelligence, understanding, ambition, right? Passion, purpose, vision, courage, strength, and transformation. Qualities are a medium build, sharp intellect, fiery, intense personality. So this may be someone that likes to do really intense workouts, sweat a lot, and run a lot. Imbalanced will be inflammatory disorders. So inflammation anywhere in the body is often an imbalance of Pitta. So this could be acne, skin irritation, rashes, acid reflux, ulcers, heartburn, digestive problems, sensitivity to light and food, and then feelings of anger, rage, hate, irritability, impatient, or jealousy. 40 different diseases and disorders are associated with Pitta, and tastes to increase are bitter, sweet, and astringent. How to help balance Pitta. So try to avoid spicy, greasy, and processed foods. Pitta can be quite sensitive. So cooking your own food, not eating processed foods, not eating takeout food, or really greasy or oily or spicy food. Eating less meat and more beans and lentils, as they are more cooling in nature. So especially red meat. Red meat is very aggravating for Pitta, so it can really throw off your balance of Pitta. Embracing calm breathing practices, stillness, meditation. If you run a lot, maybe even walking a little bit more. So connecting with nature, but walking a little bit more instead of running. And doing some nice gentle yoga as well. Create space to read and journal. Begin and end your day with gratitude, right? So connecting with your heart and thanks. And try not to wear clothes that is too heavy or hot. You don't want to be too You don't want to be overheated throughout your day. And same with your socks and shoes. Avoid exercising in a heated room, although Pitta will probably love this, but try to refrain from hot yoga and too much spin. It can aggravate you, especially in the summer. Connect with nature, especially if you are close to water. Jump in, go for a swim. Pitta can swim all year. Put your feet in the water, connect with water, go be around water. Slow down your movement and your exercise program. Yes, it's fine to sweat and build that up. But if you're feeling a little bit off or imbalanced, bring it down. Alcohol, especially hard alcohol and red wine, are very aggravating for Pitta. Caffeine is liquid fire. So either limit or avoid. Our last one, Kapha. Growth, structure, stability, immunity, lubrication, and nourishment of our body and tissues. So we got heavy, slow, dull, kind of cold, oily, liquid, dense, static, hard, and gross. Upper stomach and lungs are the primary area of Kapha. So secondary are all the fluids in the body, right? Our synovial fluid, our lymph, our plasma, in the tongue, in the mouth, our fascial system, our nose, throat, our pancreas, and the white matter in our brain. Balanced, we will feel stable, strong, grounded. We will have good immunity. Our immune system will be functioning. Our health will be good. Wellness, love, easy to forgive, tender, content, compassionate, supportive, patient, have faith in ourselves and others. Physical qualities, a little bit thicker, right? Kapha is to build. So a little bit thicker in bone structure, larger muscles, maybe a little bit more adipose tissue, more curves and voluptuous, those juicy lips and beautiful eyes, and maybe some more like kind of stunning features. Imbalanced, congestion disorders, obesity, overnourishment, so overeating, overconsuming, overindulging, asthma, bronchitis, depression, right? That heaviness, too heavy, fatigue, lack of motivation or desire, greed, attachment, accumulation, holding, possessiveness, lethargy, sadness, control. Jealousy can also be in there too, right? To me, that's a form of control. 20 different diseases and disorders, and the tastes to increase are astringent, bitter, and pungent. How to help balance Kapha out. So we want to increase astringent, bitter, and pungent flavors. And Kaphas are designed to give, right? They build, so they give also. So make sure that you are giving to others on some way, designed to love, be around others, and notice if you're hoarding things in your home, your environment, in your car, and you have too many things, clinging to things. You need to let go, you need to give things, expressing your love. Wake up early in the AM and try not to sleep in. So you need less sleep than the other two doshas, right? You are nourishment and lubrication. And then try not to nap throughout your day, although Kapha will love to nap. Move your body every morning. So get up and move, whether that's a walk, yoga, a fitness class, anything at all. Move your body in the morning. Get outside, watch the sunrise, go on a new adventure or hike. Do some invigorating pranayama techniques. So some invigorating breathing. Sweat, bring up the heat in your movement and breathing practices. Stop snacking and give your body enough time to fully digest. So Kapha will often like to snack, and make sure you're giving yourself enough time. So Kapha really only needs to eat twice a day. They build. Keep it light and crunchy and avoid heavy, oily, and thick, not thick food. So try to keep it light and crunchy. And again, try to not have fried foods or processed foods. Declutter your space. Get rid of things that don't bring you joy. So that's that hoarding piece. Make sure you have enough space, right? Ether and air element in your home to balance you. Spice it up. Soup, spicy foods are great. One pot meals are great for kapha too. Add a little more spice in there. And then practice intermittent fasting often. So creating enough time, and detoxing and cleansing is awesome for kapha as well. So giving yourself enough time to properly, fully digest your food before you eat the next day. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed some of that. If you have any questions at all around Ayurveda or the doshas or the 5 elements, please ask away. Mwah.